Welcome back. It is Monday, December 30th, 2024. We are here in Oslo, Norway. There's a bridge that goes over there, and we're looking for the bridge. Oh, it's there. We passed it already. This is a very nice canal walkway area with restaurants and grocery stores and other things. So we were trying to figure out how to get downtown. Google Maps is a little ridiculous. It is insane how Google Maps tells you to go, how it tells you to walk downtown. Look at this. It says it is 1 hour and 11 minutes, and it has you going up and around and looping and going back, and it's ridiculous. So we're going to cheat the system and go across this little bridge, this little walking bridge, which looks like it takes you right to downtown. Welcome to Bjorkvika. So I know Vika probably means bay. Bjor, I don't know what that means. Maybe big, just a guess. Here you can take a walk along the dock, swim, paddle, visit museums and the library and lots of other things. Okay, Bjorkvika. I know that Vik means bay in Icelandic and in Swedish. So I'm guessing it means bay also in Norwegian. Oh look, there's people doing an ice bath over there. See the woman in the bikini? When I did the ice bath last year in Finland, I felt so, it was like this immense feeling afterwards. It was this immense feeling of, I'm going to sleep exceptionally well tonight. I'm going to sleep so well. And I think I did. I don't really remember, but pretty sure I did. All right, so there's like a little village here. Why do I remember this? This is one of those things where I'm like, do I remember this or am I making up a memory of this? It's like a sauna community. It's like a neat little village of Norwegian people jumping into the cold water. All right, so now that we've crossed the little bridge there, it has updated and says it has taken an hour and 15-minute walk and reduced it down to a 14-minute walk, which is much more manageable. That little bridge saves a lot of time. So tomorrow we are expecting 3 inches of snow on New Year's Eve, which should be exciting. And as I mentioned before, there's a laser show as well. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because fireworks have been outlawed, at least this year. It was told to me this year there's no fireworks, they're illegal. So it's going to be a laser show in place of that. Fireworks are definitely kinder and more gentle on the ears of little dogs. Like a clothing factory or a fashion factory. Interesting. People are sitting in cubicles designing clothes. That makes sense, I guess. Just never thought about it. I get the impression that jumping into the ice cold water is a bigger thing here than it is in Finland. Because there's actually several places, several little huts that I'm guessing are saunas, and then you just jump into the water and you get back into the sauna. I don't know that I'm going to be doing that on this trip. Yeah, because you got this dresser and it's restricting how big your steps can be. And this is the Oslo Opera House. Fascinating stuff. Yeah. I definitely remember walking up this. It was covered in snow and I had to walk up the little side here. There was a lot of snow here in Oslo when I was here in 2022. Now there's none. That's going to change tomorrow. 3 inches, baby. I feel like a dope fiend who's like aching for a fix of snow. I'm supposed to get 3 inches, but I go to Narvik in a few days. There's gonna be a lot of snow up there. There's gonna be more snow in Tromsø when I go back. I'm not expecting a ton of snow in Longyearbyen because when I was there the last time, there just wasn't a lot. You can see here, these are more of the sauna houses where you can hop in the sauna, jump in the water, get back into the sauna, rinse and repeat. Another ice skating rink here. And then there's the train station. I'm having memories of being here and how I navigated around and all the landmarks that I found. The train station was definitely one of those landmarks. There's my wife exchanging photographs with someone. Bjorvika. So I guess Bjorvika is the entire bay here. The Bjorvika Bay. Maybe that's a little redundant. Bjorvika means something bay. I know that because Reykjavik means gray bay, and there's a town in Iceland called Vik, which just means bay. That's why I know that. And then there's a town, no, there's a last name of Granvik, which means big bay. So, yeah. Let's cross the, oh wait, forgotten you can't walk that fast. Let's cross this way though. All right, 400 meters until we turn right and we find this elusive Thai restaurant. My wife, being Thai, has been dying for Thai food since we arrived here over a week ago. We haven't had Thai food. And that's all she's talked about for a few days now. Yeah. Literally, that's all she has talked about is Thai food. So we're gonna go get it. Yeah, maybe they're doing this in some places in the States now, but they've been doing that for a long time where you actually have a bus stop that tells you when the bus is coming. I feel like it's such a simple idea, but something that they probably take for granted here that is, as far as I know, not very common in the United States. But I even saw those in Tromsø. All right, so the next street, we turn right, and then we find the Thai restaurant. And we'll finally get to eat because I'm hungry, fam. It's true, I'm hungry. The thing about Oslo architecture is it feels like you would think Oslo looks like. I mean, it feels like Oslo. It actually feels a little Parisian too, but it feels like Oslo. About to do it. We're about to turn the corner. Wait, is this it? This might be it. Yeah, this is it. Sushi bowl, right? Yeah, sushi and Thai mat. This is it. Oh, Thai cafe. Oh. All right, so there's two Asian food places right next to each other. Sue me. All right. Oh. Are you waiting? Yeah. My they're waiting.
It's very busy.
I guess so. Oh yeah, it's Thai alphabet's in there. See on the wall. I've been learning the alphabet. I already forgot the name of the first letter. Gao? Gun Gao? Gao Gun? What's the first letter? Gao? Cow?
Toy cow, Mom.
Wow, cow.
Toy cow, like.
I know what sounds they make. Like the one after it makes a k sound, I think, and then the one after that's a ch, and then a t, then a d. Yeah. Yeah. There's something like 40 some consonants to the Thai alphabet, and I think like 20 vowels. It's quite a script, and a lot of the vowels, of course, to English speakers, they all sound the same. Maybe you should go in and tell them you're Thai, and then we'll get special treatment. Yeah, I do remember where the McDonald's is.
They did one more to go, so.
Well, why don't we walk around and then get it to go on the way back? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not gonna waiting for long, right?
All right, so seats are clearing out. We have finally made it to the Thai restaurant. Though a wise woman once told me, don't eat at a Thai restaurant run by white people. Or maybe it was don't eat at a Thai restaurant not run by Thai people. I don't remember exactly which, but I have suspicions that this place falls into that category. But we're gonna eat here anyway because we're hungry. I'll check back in after the meal. Ooh. I'm telling you, Oslo is more Parisian than Paris. It is more like Paris than Paris. It's nicer than Paris. It's cleaner than Paris. Oslo is, it's like what Paris was in like the early 2000s, late 90s. Not anymore. It's not what Paris is anymore. Okay, yeah, so here's a walkway. I don't remember if we need to go left or right, but I think I'll know once we get there. Oh my gosh, this is like in Madrid. Remember the street we were on in Madrid? Here, let's go over to the right. Okay, you're gonna hate me, let's turn around. All right, I'm pretty sure it's not up there. We're trying to find the bar that I met this guy at in 2022. I think I see the bar. Sounds a little weird. Yeah, I wanna go to the bar where I met this guy at. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You really would not think that Oslo, that Norway in general would be this busy this time of year. But apparently it is. I think this is it right here. I just want to go in really quick. No, I just want to go in really quick and just look for something. Yeah. Nope, that's it. Okay, where'd my wife go? All right, so I found the bar. We can come back here tomorrow night or later to see if I can run into that guy again, because he was hilarious. He was hilarious. Oh, what's wrong with Iceland? You hate your country?
No.
No. But this is definitely the bar. Here's what we're looking at now. I don't know. Nothing looks particularly delicious to me except maybe those chocolate things down there. All right, I think this is going to be mine right here. This dark chocolate. I think that's what my wife wants too, so maybe I'll get something different. Pistachio. I don't know how I feel about the pistachio though. Can I get one of the Boloa? Can I get one of the Mogador?
Yeah.
And hot chocolate.
So I'm going to give you number 9. Make it visible on your table.
Taking pictures of herself. Everything is so incredibly busy right now. I am surprised at how busy it is, and my camera just keeps sinking. Just like all of Oslo is just packed. So wait a minute. How do they know if it's 9? She said I was 9, but how do we know it's not 6? Could be either. I'm gonna put it the right way. Or maybe 6 has a better order. I don't know. It's a possibility too.
So what you guys do is just put this inside the milk, leave it for a second, and then stir it. There you go. You guys enjoy.
Thank you. All right, so this is the Boluha, which is just milk chocolate, and this is the Mogador, which is milk chocolate, I guess. And then here she goes, putting the ball into the milk. And apparently the ball just opens up. It's supposed to open up on its own. There it goes. And then there's marshmallows inside. Oh, that's weird. I thought that was like a hard shell. I thought that was going to be solid, but it's actually soft. Oh, there is a hard chocolate shell on top here. All right, we're gonna try this one now. Oh, it has like a cookie on the bottom. I was trying to cut through. All right.
Why if you don't have much marshmallow?
I think this one's better. How's your hot chocolate? I'm gonna start charging you $5 for every picture. Yeah, $5 a picture. You're gonna charge 1,000 for what? For what? Are you a prostitute now? We're just gonna wander around Oslo for a little bit, try and figure out where we're gonna go, what we're gonna see. Now that we know how to walk back to the apartment, it would be a good little walk to walk back to the apartment. It'd be actually a good idea to work off some of these calories that we've purchased. Like literally, you take like 10 feet off of the main avenue and it's just empty. The air's got a little bit of a bite to it. It's a little cold. So I'm pretty excited because in Narvik, I don't know why I talk about that. I always edit these things out. But in Narvik on Saturday, it is supposed to be 15 degrees and have a lot of snow and sunny. So it would be a good day probably to head down and see Lofoten. But I don't know, and I'm only gonna have like 3 hours of daylight. So, and it won't even actually be sunlight. It'll be daylight, not sunlight. We'll figure it out. If you've never been to Europe, a lot of the cities like Oslo, Copenhagen, especially Copenhagen, Amsterdam, like they all have bike lanes, and you got to watch out for the bike lanes because people in the bike lane, they will run into you because they're like, well, I have the right of way. Why are you walking in the bike lane? Why are you crossing? Just like a car would. So you got to keep that in mind. We'll cross. We'll walk down here. We'll go this way because that is my old apartment. Yeah, I like how I say my old apartment as though I lived here in Oslo. Yeah, when I lived here in Oslo, so we're gonna pass by my old apartment. Woo! Yeah, we're gonna have to walk across the water. It feels like a little biting, which makes me think it's probably like in the 20s right now. High 20s. It's not that cold, but It's definitely colder than it was. Let's test my ability. I am going to say it is 29 degrees on the dot right now.
Wow, look at that.
The camera just happened to be pointing up. This is from earlier today, so it's refreshing. 33 degrees. So I was wrong for once in my life. Sue me. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. Yeah, I am a big fan of Arctic winters. I suspect I would be a big fan of Antarctic winters as well, except I really haven't experienced one. I mean, I've experienced winter in Ushuaia and Punta Arenas in South Africa, which is kind of a winter, but I mean, when you're talking like an Antarctic winter below the Antarctic line, that's something I would love to do. Still want to do it. I don't know how. This has been kind of an aimless trip so far. The thing about Norway is there's a lot of money here. It's one of the richer countries in Europe, if not the world. They got a ton of oil. They don't use very much of it. So what oil they have, they sell. And like I think I mentioned before, there's not a lot of corruption in the government. It's a very nice country. I'd move here in a heartbeat. Some Americans might hate me for saying this, but there are a few countries for which I would renounce my American citizenship. Now, I can already hear Americans, if you don't like America, then you can just get out, which is true, but it's not so easy to just get out. You have to have a place to go to just get out. And it's harder to go to places like Norway. But yes, you might not like it, but if I had to renounce my American citizenship in order to become a citizen of Norway, done. Do it in a heartbeat. Same goes true probably for Iceland. Sweden, I don't know. Finland, maybe Denmark, Holland. Yeah, there's a few countries, not a lot, a few, not a lot. So having said that about renouncing my American citizenship happily for Norwegian citizenship, the question becomes, could I live here in Norway? Absolutely. Absolutely, I can live here in Norway. The problem I have is trying to live here in the summer when there's like 24 hours of daylight. Well, not in Oslo. There's a lot of daylight, but not 24 hours. But like preferably I would be living in like Tromsø or Narvik or Hammerfest. But in the summertime, I'd have to go down to like Bolivia, just spend the summers in Bolivia like I do now. Okay, I take issue with the fact that my phone said it was only 33 degrees. These puddles of water, these are not puddles of water. These are solid ice. These are just ice. Now, mind you, this water is still very much water. But the fact that you have ice on the road that says it's colder. It's like 29 degrees, like I said. I'm telling you, it's 29 out here. I know 29. Alrighty, be careful of the ice. Here's the bridge from earlier. There's the supermarket. And then, yeah, a few buildings down and we'll be home. So this isn't terribly inconvenient. It's like a 10-minute walk as opposed to the place that I stayed at before, which was like a 2-minute walk or a 1-minute walk to everything. Really, it was you walk outside and you're there in the middle of everything. This is like Airbnb Central. Okay, so people are still jumping into the water at this time of night. But all of these apartments here, I feel like they're just Norwegians who purchased an apartment and rented out as an Airbnb. You find that a lot in a lot of places that are just buildings that are just nothing but Airbnbs. And it's probably part of the reason that things are so expensive here. So I do not remember if these buildings were here when I was here in 2022. But I definitely get the impression that they're pretty new. I think that was Italian. No importa. It could have been Spanish, but the accent was very Italiano. I always say that you can fake that you speak Italian if you speak Spanish with an Italian accent. Estoy hablando en español con un acento italiano. See, you believe me. All right, and here we are, back to our side of Oslo. I think we're going to go in the grocery store, get a couple of things, and then call it a night. So thanks for joining us for this evening out. We'll be back tomorrow with an extravagant evening out for New Year's Eve. Who knows what kind of trouble we'll get into. But yeah, let me know what you did for New Year's Eve 2024 into 2025. Tell me down in the comments. Until then, I'll see you around. Okay, goodbye. Be sure to click and subscribe. Okay, goodbye.